We have a promo code available to use at Osborne Media House. It is Osbornes25. You get 25% off your first month. There's the first full season of the Osbournes up there. We've got episodes of the Basement Tapes, Madhouse Chronicles, get dropped there first. So yeah, go sign up and enjoy it.
He says on the back, you've got to get a shot. Trump volunteer.
Trump volunteer.
And on the front...
What'd you say? He's not American.
That's why he's volunteering. He's doing the only part he can.
And you see the front?
Trump.
I bet you they use you as an ad with the dog.
Crazy. Hey, but that's how it goes.
I need to go to a happier place.
I feel romantic.
Shut up, Ozzy!
Just go to bed, darling.
All right, change the subject.
Podcast is up, but we're going to start with some fan Q&A outside of the fan Q&A we just did.
Go on then.
Okay, it's a lot of questions, a lot of answers. Okay, this is from Brianna's, and it says, not a question. I just want to say thank you to Jack for coming to Mad Monsters. It was so cool to meet him, and I'll never forget it. Thank you for being so nice, and I hope you enjoyed your sour belt.
I actually have them in my backpack.
Wait, did they give you sour belts?
Yeah.
Can I have some?
Yeah, I have, let me get where my backpack is. I think it's behind
Did you
me.
have fun?
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, I felt bad. A lot of people, like, you know, people had, like, flown from, like,
All
Australia
Oh my
and
God.
England and yeah.
And Daddy and I felt bad the weekend that you were there. We kept saying we wish we could have been there.
But you know what I think? When you said to me, you're not really good, you shouldn't go. I thought you were being kind by saying nobody wants to see me.
No.
Oh.
Nobody said.
It was because of your blood pressure.
Yeah,
in
and
the
the
toilet.
heat was so crazy that with
I've been there before.
No, I know, but it was like 114.
I would have gone. I was pissed off in there.
Yeah, but
because
everybody.
So you got to be me. I have to. It's kind of. They're saying it's good. I'm good to be kind. I'm not. Nobody wants to ever see me. Or
That's not the case.
No, you had there were
Dad.
like thousands of people that wanted to see you.
And I am
I
sorry for that. But Dad, your blood pressure was in the toilet.
I don't know.
It was listen, it was the safe. Was it?
I mean, the fans I have are so important to me, and I'm fucking. When I say I'm going to do something, I'm so pissed off if I don't do it.
You're a man of
and
your
I
word.
was thinking, well, it's not for real. They're just saying this because it's not doing well.
Yeah. No, that wasn't the case at all. It was that
But
I
if
think
you'd
it
have
was.
said, well, you know, it's doing really well, but I don't think you should go.
It was just that. Listen, it was the safe move because we made the decision like 3 or 4 weeks out from it because it was you just wanted a good spot.
But
and
I thought they thought it was best not to go because he wasn't doing it.
No.
I thought you were. In future, will you say it's doing really well, but I don't think you should go because of your health, is not, your blood pressure. If you'd have told me that way, I'd have gone, okay.
I think it was blood pressure at 102.
It was lower, Mum.
It did go lower,
But anyway,
You know, this morning it was 81.
Yeah.
Shut up.
No, I swear to you, it was.
Fucking 81 this morning.
But the weirdest thing is Natalia knew something wasn't right, and she goes, take this pill. And Dad's like, you haven't taken my blood pressure. I'm fine. And then he's like, take my blood pressure. I'm not taking the pill. So we took the blood pressure, and then he's like, oh, I'll take the pill.
I mean, when she was 81, I go, which was 81? Forgetting if it was 181.
81.
Yeah.
over what?
Over like 112, something really
It goes up and down like a fiddler's elbow, my
blood pressure. It's crazy.
it's crazy, it drops.
Okay, this next question is from Lisa4680. What's the name of the Osbournes' first family dog? Toby?
Or Piggy?
No.
She's not. What,
Well, we had Bubble and Squeak.
But
No, before that, Mr.
Mr. Pook.
Mr. Pook.
Mr. Pook. We had Mr. Pook and Bonehead.
By the way, that woman's fucking Yorkie yesterday was the most Gorgeous looking dog.
Oh my God, it's so cute.
I want to get one.
A little Yorkie.
Hans'
He
dog.
was so gorgeous. How you been?
Okay, this is from. So, what was our first family dog?
I mean, I don't think we were born.
No,
It was-
Mr. Pook and Bonehead.
That was okay. And then when we were born,
Toby.
it was Toby.
Yeah.
I thought it was Toby.
Yeah.
Oh, Toby fucking left home.
The Houdini.
Toby was always found on the train tracks.
I remember
Do you know
Tony.
that?
Tony used to go, Toby, come here. Toby, you fucking.
Do you remember when we were kids and we had Toby? How many places Mum told us on our property
Remember-
were quicksand?
Do you remember Jem?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course I remember Jem
How can you ever forget Jem?
with the
Did-
curry powder. And
I thought it was Jet. No.
No, I had the jet.
Oh, okay.
But do you
And she
remember
shoved the drumstick up his
you
butt.
shoved a drumstick and pencils up the dog's ass?
same size hole.
She was running across the yard.
Better,
shaking.
hey, Litho, it's better than a plug socket.
I was a baby. I didn't know.
Then she put a fucking can of soup in the microwave.
Oh, hold on. Jack was in on that with me too.
I don't remember that. I know it
Well,
was
remember
done
you put the fucking dog in the room with all the crystal.
with the cat. And
With the
dog.
cat.
Yeah.
in the crystal with all the mum's crystal. Smashed the
The
fucking
cat
lot.
doing the wall of death.
Do that-
Right.
do
Do you
that bug-
remember?
Yeah.
That little room.
Yeah.
Well,
In the back, down past the kitchen.
And you say you had a bad fucking childhood.
I don't say I had a bad childhood.
I think very fondly of my childhood. We had fun.
Do you remember when you told everyone at Calvary Christian
What
school
sex was?
What sex was?
Yeah.
Do you want to show everybody?
No.
Okay.
No,
What?
it was like a tongue wiggling thing, and I said that if guys did that to girls, it meant that they wanted to have sex with them, and then they were like, "What sex?" Because it was like a really Christian school, and then I told them what sex was, and then I had to sit on the red chair outside the principal's office for like 2 weeks.
Mum got a call. I remember that. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, moving on.
Yes.
What
Okay,
we got next, Kel?
this is Marty G 2811. Loved Sharon's book Extreme. Any plans to write other chapters of your life on a new book? Love the fan.
Yes. In fact, I've already worked on one book, but I wasn't crazy about it, and my life has changed so much in the last 2 years. And so I am working on a new one. I wrote, the book was written, and it was just like not relevant to the way that I feel today.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
That's all you ought to get it down, put it out.
Yes, you do.
Because in this family, things change
Yes.
every week.
No, it was like the whole thing about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, of how I really, really wanted them to induct Ozzy as a solo artist, and that came up, and loads of that has come to fruition, and loads of things in there that aren't right today.
I mean, if you said to me 6 years ago, I'd be the way I am, I wouldn't have believed you.
Oh, thank you, darling. You're drinking Mum's coffee. That's lovely.
Oh God.
He's going to go whizzing round. And
Mum, it's got
he'll-
chocolate in it. You can't let him drink that.
He's not drinking it. Oh, did it fall?
Yeah, he's fine.
Oh God,
He
that
needs-
sounds.
This dog will eat anything. He will drink anything and eat anything.
Well, he's a bulldog. That's what they do. That's how they're built.
I mean, every
like
night he
disposal
follows the
units.
sister and you hear him creeping across the floor. And he gets on it, he drops. You cannot move him.
Does he sleep
Snore.
in bed with you guys?
On the top, and then he will slowly through the night move up, 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 and he lies between Ozzy and I at the end of the night. He's right between us, grunting.
The weirdest part about this
he's
dog-
so funny.
It's like he's always been here.
just
It's
kinda
like
fit
we've
right
always
in.
had
Yeah.
him now.
Yeah.
Don't come to me.
He loves me.
He likes
Oh,
me
God,
too.
does
He
Yeah.
loves you.
Right. He's my guy.
And obviously he's your guy by his
He has
T-shirt.
nothing
right.
to do with me.
Do you see what's on the back of his
My
shirt?
dog
a-
do
he's-
like
he's a-
that.
he's
I
a
want
Trump
my money
volunteer.
back. I paid for him.
Daddy,
Okay, next
You
question.
don't come near me.
he does.
Come on, little
don't.
man.
Go on. What's this? Bugsy, come on, Bugs. Come on, Bugs.
Bugsy, come here. Come here.
Handsome
He
man.
says split between
All right, next
the
question.
two.
Okay,
Karen.
next question is, this is from McGuire M. How did the circular sunglasses become such an iconic part of your look, Dad?
What?
How did your circular sunglasses become such an iconic part of your look?
Everybody had the sunglasses, regular ones. I want to be something different,
Well, Elvis had his. Dad's got his. Remember Elvis's glasses?
But
The thick ones.
I love the Beatles and I like John Lennon. So I thought it was a bit of John Lennon.
Hey everyone, it's Jack Osborne here, and this episode is sponsored by Factor. Now, summer is here, so it's time to fuel up with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Whether you're chasing wellness goals this summer or you just need a quick nutritious option, Factor has you covered with chef-crafted meals like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. These fresh, dietitian-approved meals are ready in just 2 minutes. Kickstart a healthy routine with 35 meals and 60 add-ons to explore each week. They've got premium ingredients that I just love, like filet mignon, shrimp, and blackened salmon. The best part is I don't need to spend hours in the kitchen to make the meals, which means I get to spend more time outside with my girls this summer and less time in the kitchen. Head to factormeals.com/Osborne50 and use the promo code Osbornes50 to get 50% off your first box and 20% off your next month. That's Osbornes50 at factormeals.com/Osbornes50 to get 50% off your first box and 20% off next month while your subscription is still active.
Go
All
on.
right, next question.
Next question is from What is a Handle 022. Hi, I have a question for all the Osbournes. What hairstyle do you ask for at the salon?
What?
Fucking mama.
Mom goes in and asks for the Sharon because it is such an iconic hairstyle now.
No, I don't like to have the same cut and look every time. I try and change it up a bit.
Mine is always, what can you
It's
do to
longer,
save
it's
this?
Yeah.
curly, straight.
Oh, wow.
I know, it's the dog, all the hairs, everything.
I know you fucking hated it, but I liked it when you let your hair go white.
Can we grey?
Okay, gray.
Okay.
That's Sharon. That's just Sharon.
It absolutely is, but I liked it because it was just so different
Yeah,
for you.
for a while.
Yeah.
But she said, why didn't you go back to your red?
I like Mum with the red.
But you say you wouldn't be Sharon without.
I prefer you with the blonde.
You do?
I do.
I prefer for you with a blonde much.
I think the purple was great, but I think it's like...
It's so weird. I feel very
What?
new.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah,
it's...
Put it that
That's
way.
good.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
it doesn't... I'm very comfortable having purple hair.
Do you mean new or nude?
New.
New, yeah.
But the thing is, it's personal. You've got to walk around with it. If you get compliments, I mean, every woman likes compliments,
And,
I just...
and guys, and people,
Daddy's always had great hair.
always.
Always great, long, thick
Thick
hair.
hair.
Well, my
Well,
mother
I-
was bald, and my father was bald.
Shut up, they weren't.
No.
I
My father had the best hair. My father had, he had,
He had hair like Ronald Reagan.
yes, he
He
did.
did.
Well, as I like to say, I might not have a six-pack, but I got a sweet hairline.
You're
You're
used
looking
to have
good. You've
the
dropped a
best-
lot of weight.
You had the best dreads ever. When you
When
used
your
to
hair-
let it go
Dread-
long,
when
it
your
was
hair
all
was
dreaded at the
big.
back.
When your hair was big, I loved it.
Oh, no.
He's got my curly hair.
It's
got the-
fucking
I got
great.
the Jufro.
I said,
Yeah.
you would a lot more hair.
Okay, this next question is from @star, and it's for Jack. How are you doing with your MS? Would you ever do a podcast like Real Talk MS or Messy to discuss your MS?
There you go.
Well, I'm doing very well with my MS. I don't have any significant symptoms, haven't for a long time.
Do you keeping it under control with medication?
So the short answer is no. The long answer is yes. I do a lot of supplementation. I have had, some alternative therapy treatments over the years. I do not take traditional MS medication currently, but as you guys know, I've always leaned towards like alternative therapies and this, that. Speaking of that, I just had that spine procedure, which was it was a biocellular therapy treatment on my spine. And they injected cells into my discs. I had this procedure called disc seal. I know it's kind of not directly connected to MS, but it's kind of where I always lean now with any treatment or medication. I like the notion of alternative.
Well,
Although
me-
I do believe that there is amazing results from pharmaceuticals. I think there's nothing wrong with it.
Don't you think both together?
I think both together,
Yeah,
when needed, is a great option.
yes.
I just choose to not go down the route of pharmaceuticals for my MS right now. I'm absolutely open to it if needed. But the cool thing is with the treatment that I just did for my spine, though, they did use. It was like a biocellular therapy, and it was done at the Stem Cell Institute of Los Angeles. And it's the amazing thing about it is that most people feel like you have to go to a foreign country. But if anyone listening, if they're struggling with any kind of health condition and they want to look at biocellular therapy, it's a really interesting landscape right now, and it's ever changing and developing, and there's more things kind of coming available, and you can always check out the Stem Cell Institute of Los Angeles. So yeah.
But what's interesting? How come most of the good stuff comes from Germany?
Okay, so it was pioneered in Germany. It was actually
But
during
there's so much stuff that comes out of Germany.
because their attitude on health and wellness is very different from America and England. They want to treat the cause of the problem, not the symptom of the problem.
Yes.
And so American healthcare is all about, you have symptoms, let's treat them. Take MS, for
Yes.
instance. You'll rarely come across an MS doctor, I'll call it, that treats the source of the problem. You go to a neurologist because your nerves are damaged by the MS.
Yes.
They don't ever go, your immune system's...
What is causing that
Yeah.
nerve damage?
You have an autoimmune disease, so let's treat your immune system.
You're so right,
Yeah.
Jack.
Do you believe that most of these come from the stomach?
I do, and
I do
there's a
too.
new study that came out that actually says that they believe multiple sclerosis could be a virus that comes from your stomach.
But literally every day that they're finding cures.
Do you believe that a lot of it came from when you were in that river with all those leeches?
No, I don't think it was solely that. I think it was. My belief is that with my immune system, just things kind of compacted. I don't think there was one singular event that flipped my immune system to cause multiple sclerosis or have my body have that reaction. There is the genetic component. I think there is, and then exposure to certain things.
Well, you said to me at one time, they're more interested in me than they are of you. 'Cause I remember you saying something about, were you born with it? Or,
Yeah.
And I asked you, and you said, well, I don't know. But because I have Parkinson's, and a relative of mine had Parkinson's, an aunt,
Yeah.
they could.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Then I had that
relative
gene.
of ours.
I had that gene, and then it went through all my, weaknesses and whatever.
Yeah.
All right,
Well-
last question.
Oh, do you want to? I think we can move on. 'cause we've been-
This is the question that leads us into it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, question to all. How do you all cope with the noise of doom and gloom in regards to the news, mainstream media, and social media? Thanks. I love your podcast. And that was from A. Wilson 8807.
Well, I think we should spend a bit of time talking about that. I mean,
What doom and gloom?
just all the shit, sad, terrible things going on in the world. How do you cope with the news cycle?
Do you know what my therapist told me? Stop watching the news.
Mm-hmm. I don't.
And I stopped watching it. And there was a time when I went to I used to go, have you seen that? And I was having a massage somewhere. And I said to this woman, have you seen that on the news? She said, no. I said, I thought everybody watched the news. She says, why do you want to watch the news? Because it never says anything good.
Yeah.
So, when you don't watch that bad shit, you feel better.
Yeah. I don't watch the news anymore. I don't read the news. I don't have alerts on my phone.
It's so
I don't look at social media.
I don't watch TV anymore. I'm on the iPad.
I can't help but I hate to. I feel
That's probably why you
ridiculous if I
sometimes
don't know what's going on in the world. I feel
But
very
this woman said to me,
isolated I don't.
if it's really bad, I'll eventually hear about it.
Exactly. That's where I'm at with it. If it's really important, I'm meant to know it. The other shit, it doesn't fucking matter.
But yeah, because I never. It's like, why listen to something that's never gonna? Like at the end of ABC News, they always have a quick section of a man or a bit of lighter thing.
Yeah, some good news of the week.
Nice
It's always
news, yeah.
breaking news this week tonight. 4, 5. It's always fucking dreadful.
Well, should we dive into some of
Yes.
the latest news? I
Yes.
mean, we kind of have to talk about the Trump attempted assassination. What was everyone's... Where was everyone with that?
When I first heard about it, I thought, it's not real. It's not for real. And thank God the guy was a bad shot. He would have whacked him, but he killed the fireman, which is fucking
The
awful.
horrible, the innocent people that
Heartbreaking.
got hurt and killed.
I didn't realize with the shooting, the shooter got off 13 shots. Did you know that?
I did not know
13
that.
13 shots. And it wasn't the people... Everyone sees the shot of like Trump at the podium. It wasn't anyone behind Trump
No,
that
it's to
got
the
shot.
side.
It was to the side.
Yeah.
And
But what about that one that got on camera? Bullet, you can see the bullet.
yeah, you can see the bullet in air.
But you can also see that if he didn't turn his head at the last second, he would have been killed.
Yes.
But you know what? In America, the guns are so easy to come by. If people own a gun, they should have. I mean, in England, you can't buy it. No.
I think there were so many fucking mistakes made, and the law enforcement and the Secret Service. I don't understand how, because you heard about the cop that actually climbed up the ladder onto the roof.
Yes.
Why not
somebody
get on your radio and be like, get the president out of there? There's a guy with a gun.
Have you seen that footage where somebody's got a camera filming? They go, he's lying on the roof. Mm-hmm. Why didn't somebody go, hey?
They
They
did.
did.
They told the police.
The police
They did.
went up there. They started climbing. Well, firstly, they see. Do you know like the series of events where he was spotted? Okay, this kid was spotted walking around the perimeter of the speech with a rangefinder. A rangefinder is a
hell.
shooting tool you use that will tell you how far something is from you. And it's like a weird it's
like a camera.
Yeah, it looks
like
like a
a
scope.
one lens camera.
Yes. So then the police were like, hey, we've got reports, go find this guy. And so they were looking for him. He was then seen walking around with a giant fucking ladder. Still no one said, hey, why is this guy walking around with a giant ladder? Gets on the roof. Everyone sees him get on the roof with a gun. They start saying, police, help, what's going on? You see footage of the police kind of walking over there. They climb the ladder. He turns around, points the rifle at the police. The police jump off the ladder, and then he takes the shots. Now, I heard from friends who were like high up in the military now this is hearsay, but apparently the Secret Service had him in the sights, saw he had a gun,
For
and
35 minutes.
and they were like 30 seconds. They were like, can we shoot? And they were told, don't take a shot. That's what I heard from them with someone with a connection inside of the Secret Service.
Did you hear the woman that runs the Secret Service
get the
apologized
gun
today
back in
and
them.
said it was their fault?
But
totally.
They had the B squad on Trump. Like, they must have been the B squad because
And that good woman couldn't get the fucking gun back in the
couldn't
holster.
put the gun back in her fucking holster.
can't-
And she did not particularly look like a very in shape, like, oh, that person can kick the shit out of you, individual. But here's the thing.
But she was ducking her. You could still see Trump.
Yeah.
If there was a couple of them staked out, it would have been dead.
Yeah. I mean, but I gotta say, it's probably not going to be a popular statement amongst mainstream, but like, I'm voting for him after that. Because
he's as strong as an ox.
Yes, and like I look at all right, a president should be a leader.
Look at this. He's
getting ready to go on the campaign trail. But I look at it like this: a president should be a leader. A president should be strong. A president should be able to kind of walk through anything. He gets shot in the ear, stands up, raises his fist while they're trying to drag him off the stage. He doesn't want to leave the stage, and I'm like, okay, like he might not be totally full of shit. Because someone who's full of shit, if they get shot, the fucking facade fades real quick and you start seeing someone's true colors.
I mean, what I'm surprised at, it took so long to replace Biden because for a long time I've been watching him. I'm going, they say they don't understand me when I talk. I could never understand one fucking thing he said.
No,
but it was weird because sometimes Biden would get up and he would sound okay. Mm-hmm. You know, he could mind it. But then
I feel sorry for him.
My heart breaks.
I feel sorry for him. The last footage I saw of him coming off the plane.
But Sharon, the thing is, if you got something like that, it's scary to think that he could go bong with a nuclear button.
But however, what were you going to say?
However, one thing more. Donald Trump is a felon, right? Mm-hmm. A felon. Correct me if I'm wrong. Can't own a gun.
No.
But if he gets in, he can't own a gun. But he could start World War III on his own.
Yeah, it's a good point. He owns all the nuclear weapons. He doesn't need a gun.
No.
You don't need a gun.
What were you going to say, Carl?
The footage of Joe Biden, when the last footage I saw of him, he was walking off Air Force One into a car and he just looked so frail and so just like a little old man. And I just thought, why are they putting him through this?
Yeah.
Why? He's done great things. He's had a fantastic career, and now it'd be making a mockery of him, and it made me just feel really, really bad.
Yeah.
It makes me feel so sad.
The frustrating thing is that when you see Biden and you see the way that he is, all it does is fuel more conspiracy theories. It does not give you a sense that person is running the show.
I agree. I totally agree with you. It is the same thing as what happened with Reagan. Exactly. And it's still, though, as a human being, it's heartbreaking. But that human being is running
but Sharon,
the most important country in the world.
If Ozzy Osbourne could look at a leader and go, fuck, this guy's losing the... he's got to be...
There's a problem.
Houston, we have a problem.
I mean, the Chinese leader and the fucking Russians must go... But
that's why I believe that you look at the wars that have started since Biden's been in office, you kind of go, all right, you got two giant wars going on around the world. You got China gearing up to go into Taiwan.
But when he went to fucking Ukraine and he called President Glowski...
Oh, no.
He called...
Zelensky, he called him Putin.
Who did that?
Fucking Biden called Zelensky Putin.
Oh.
But at the same time, my heart breaks for him.
Yeah.
But
as a human being, it's...
On a human level.
He should have been pulled out a while ago.
Long time ago. And what do you think about the fact that he's saying Kamala, he's going to endorse Kamala?
My whole thing is, I don't know enough about her.
No one does.
And where has she been the last 4 years?
Fixing the border, apparently.
But honestly, I'm so confused. Like, you don't see or hear anything of her, and now all of a sudden she's running for president.
Yeah, it's.
But she hasn't got the gig yet.
No, and I don't.
It's
think
not an
she's gonna
automatic
get-
thing.
I don't think
But
she's going to get.
So I
the
was
gig.
saying, if Obama's wife was running, but she don't have nothing to do with it.
I would vote for Michelle Obama.
I see. I look at it like, well, we've had Obama again for the last 4 years. Biden's entire cabinet was Obama's cabinet.
How does he know?
But I don't know. I mean, yeah. If Michelle Obama were to win, it would be the exact same thing we're seeing now.
This is for me. They're all snake oil salesmen.
Yes.
Yeah.
They will tell you what you want to hear, and then it's such a world that we don't understand.
But-
Who the hell runs this country?
But-
Is it the billionaires? Is it a set of billionaires?
Mm-hmm.
These people are handpicked as pawns.
Yeah.
They're
But
pawns.
if you can put money on it, I think Donald Trump's going to be the next.
Oh, do you think?
Unless there's some very, very strange tomfoolery, like, do you know about this new COVID?
Yes, I do.
What new COVID?
There's a new COVID. Someone that works for me just had, and they were kept in hospital in a plastic fucking room with the zipped up door. And the director of the hospital came in and said, yes, you have this new strain of COVID. We don't understand it yet. And it's giving people strep. It's got like strep attached to it and
you mean?
strep throat. So it gives,
yeah?
and so she had this crazy COVID strep throat thing. And the director of the hospital said that it's being kept quiet because of the election.
Don't say
So my thought is they're going to roll this out right before the election. They're going to go back to the mail-in ballots like last time, and miraculously, some no-name politician that they're going to put up to run on the Dems is going to be the most voted for president in history, just like Biden was the most voted president in history.
But
Which makes no sense.
But it's kind of, yeah, I mean, he's a felon and all that legal stuff. They're saying it was all pushing to make Trump look bad.
Yeah, but all it did was it just empowered his base.
But every time, as you said,
The more they
but the
throw
more
at
they
him,
throw at him, the more votes he got.
the better he becomes with a
I've never known
huge...
anything like that.
It's a huge part of the population in America. The more they throw at him, the more they love him because he stands up to them.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, but you
stands
know
up,
what?
whether
You
he's
know
right
what?
or wrong,
That-
or
that-
they're right or wrong.
That Stormy Daniels thing was like fucking 18 years ago.
Yeah, it's
Who gives a fuck?
I don't think I've ever seen anyone in my entire life have so much shit hurled at them and the person just sit there and be like, what else have you got? There's no,
Julian Assange.
Julian, okay, yes, maybe Julian Assange as well. But I can't, at this stage, given the fact that we all just saw, and I know I'm repeating myself, but I have to believe there's a level of he genuinely does want to do good for the country, because getting shot in the fucking ear and not breaking the facade, if it is a facade, is, I mean, I don't know. Dude's got my vote.
Hey, listen.
I stay out of it
Me
because
too.
I'm not American.
Yeah.
Same.
You are.
It's just,
You're going to piss somebody off one side of the other.
Yeah.
worldwide politics. You cannot win.
Do you know-
You cannot win. If you go for one or the other, there's 50% of the country that is going to turn against you. So you cannot win. And not that I'm looking to win anything, but there's good bits and bad bits on both sides.
Does
But
it
you know
not
what?
terrify you as a
I'm
woman,
English,
though, that they're
and I
having
couldn't-
women's rights taken away?
I don't like that person that is now vice president. Any man that stands up and says a woman should stay at home and take care of her family, and any men that talk about abortion, no, I'm sorry, women have fought too long too hard for independence.
Mom, have you looked at that guy's eyes? There's something in his eyes. He's a secret
Yeah, do you
cock
know
smoker.
what they are?
Secret cock smoker.
I
For
think
sure.
something like that. He's got very gay eyes. But the thing is that, I mean, I love gay, so it doesn't bother me. But he is a contradiction somewhere. This
There's
man
something
is a
there.
contradiction. There's something.
I said I'm English, but I could not tell you what the name of my Prime Minister is now.
In England.
Keir Starmer.
Who?
Keir Starmer.
Keir Starmer, that's the British Prime Minister?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was a
What's his
barrister
drink?
and a very good barrister, and he is a sir. Before you go in, he is Jeremy Corbyn is the devil.
Who's Jeremy Corbyn?
He used to be the leader of the Labour Party. He's a danger, a dangerous person. Keir Starmer, I am waiting to see what happens.
yeah.
I like him, but I don't trust him. I don't trust any politician.
No.
So what's the difference? But that Jeremy Corbyn, the devil.
I trust Trump.
What's it comparing, is it?
Listen, I
probably
admire
are.
his strength. I admire his conviction with Trump. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. He was like a fucking jack in a box. Down, up,
Fist in the air.
Fist in the air. I'm
Black
like,
Sabbath first album, shouldn't I?
what? What, Ozzy?
I should send that guy a copy of Black Sabbath first album.
The
He should be called Iron Man. I mean,
fucking
No, the guy you said was a devil.
oh, him. He's a...
I don't know
who?
anything
JD
about
Vance?
No, Jeremy Corbyn.
Oh, Jeremy
the
Corbyn,
English
oh.
guy, yeah.
yeah.
I just do. I tell you, I was watching Piers Morgan's thing. Mm-hmm. He's great at what he does, you know.
Piers Morgan is the best.
He's great in that show. Piers Morgan, what's he called? Piers Morgan Unplugged or something.
Nah, what's his show? Yeah. What I know what you're talking about.
He has some great debates.
Oh, he does. He doesn't give a shit.
But he
doesn't give a
He
shit.
lets them fall into their own mouth a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you see it when Roger Walters was on?
Roger Waters, you mean?
Yeah.
I think I saw
was
clips
fucking,
of it.
It was fucking unbelievable.
Can anyone else tell how uncomfortable I'm finding this podcast?
Yes,
Yeah.
because
I hate politics. I
I do.
absolutely hate them.
I do.
Because it's just like, what have they left us with? Fuck all.
Yeah, well, it's true. And I think that is...
It's not what they've left us with. There aren't any people to choose from.
But
because smart people
There's no hope.
Don't
anymore.
want that job.
They don't want that job. They're like, fuck that. Why do I want to go do this when I can go run a giant corporation and make $1 billion?
But it's like the politicians in the past used to give you hope and help you and give you go to sleep at night.
Makes you feel safe. Somebody
Safe.
that
Yeah,
makes
like
you feel
Churchill.
totally safe.
I must
yeah.
confess, if I watch the news, I'm like, fucking World War III, China's going to invade it. There's going to be nukes flying everywhere. And to the point, I go, well, if they start that World War III, I hope the fucking thing lands on my house.
That's
I don't know.
Daddy will be in bed and he'll go, I feel World War III's about to start. Now, as long as we're together when they drop the bomb, I'm fine. And I'm like, Jesus,
but
have you
that's
got any good news?
But that's fucking what it leads me.
Maybe that's what we'll call this podcast. As long as we're together when they drop the bomb, we're fine.
I don't want to be around these fucking places.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very scary times geopolitically.
It's fucking...
Wait, did you hear about the computer update that shut down all the computers?
Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
What?
Do you know that I have friends that are still stuck and can't get home?
Do you know I
because of
have
it?
friends that work for that company?
Oh, really?
Yes. And do you know what it was?
No.
Okay, so there's this software company.
I thought it was a kid who did it.
I don't know if it was a kid, but they got some coding wrong when they were updating the software that is on pretty much every single computer in the world. So when they, kind of like your iPhone, when they have a software update, it goes to every phone.
Mm-hmm.
Same with this software called CrowdStrike. And they updated it and it somehow fucked up and shut down computers throughout
Have you
the
also
world.
heard about that fucking rocket thing capsule that can't leave the space.
Yes, we're gonna talk about that later.
Oh yeah, okay.
But but yeah, I know we're getting off topic with the CrowdStrike thing, but that to me, I'm just like, oh wow, it's kind of like this in what's it? Terminator, how the software got into all the computers, shut all the computers down, then launched the nukes.
Well, if that's what's happened now, what's it going to be like when they got the AI thing going full speed? It's fucking scary.
Oh,
man.
did you see that they're now
But,
working
you know,
on skin to put over the
Robots?
That's and do you see the one that smiled?
Was there an external glitch or was it internal?
It was all internal, like these computers and like.
Was it caused by it?
No, someone at the company accidentally
put in the
uploaded
wrong code.
something with the wrong code, and it shut everything down.
Fucking hell, it stopped the country.
Yeah. Did you see the graphic of all the planes having to land?
Yeah.
It fucked everything up.
It affected
I
the
bet
world.
you Tagge, get it.
Oh,
You stupid.
I texted my buddy and I'm like, having a rough day? He's like, been up since 3 a.m.
But, no, half as rough as the fucking guy who pressed the wrong button or whatever.
And the graphic of their stocks.
When you think of what that could possibly do, I've often thought that the government must have the ultimate computer that can fucking. But it just sounds like they got a fucking old, coal-driven fucking computer.
One that you put coal in.
Changing gears a bit, what's your thoughts about the Tenacious D, Jack Black, Kyle Gass?
Okay.
Yeah, me and Mum were talking about this.
What's this?
Okay, so it was at a Tenacious D show. You know Jack Black, his band Tenacious D. And it was Kyle Gass, his bandmate's birthday.
Yeah.
And they gave him a cake. And he's turned around and said, "What do you wish for?" And Kyle said that he wished that the bullet didn't miss. Or that you
next time you don't miss.
That you don't miss. Jack Black did not like this comment at all. And it's the days where comedians can be comedians and just tell an irreverent joke
have gone.
And you can't say things like that anymore.
People won't take it.
I must confess, when I told you, I thought I made some flippant remark, but because I thought it was not real. I thought this
It's staged.
I thought this is not real. It's a stunt.
Yeah.
But then I went, fuck,
Yeah.
I think that
I'm sorry. I apologize for my remark.
It's very hard because you know what? If you are a comic, the first thing you do is irony. It's irony. So you come out with something sarcastic, glib, and not meant. I mean, it's not meant. But as Kelly said, those days have gone where comedians, and you've got to remember, they are comedians too.
Yeah.
So you have to take all of these into consideration. We do know those guys.
Yeah.
They're great guys, really, really good guys. And I think from as far as nobody wishes anyone dead.
No.
Nobody. And especially
Jimmy Kimmel's
these guys.
been giving him a right hard time while he's been in court.
Yeah.
And some of it's funny. But when somebody tries to take somebody out,
it's a whole other
it's
level.
fucking different.
And when someone dies in the process and other people get horribly wounded, it's the thing though that I'm kind of like, everyone's going up and pull their shows, drop them as talent. I'm like, fuck off. No, it's
stop.
Free. If he wanted to fucking say whatever, you can say whatever the fuck you want. He has the right to make a joke.
Yes, he does.
Do I agree with the joke? No. Do I think it was poor taste? Yes. But I don't think the guy should lose his job, lose his fucking career.
Who's losing his job?
The Kyle Gass, who's in Jack Black's band.
Tenacious D.
He's
his
the other
partner.
Yeah, he's the other guy in Tenacious D.
But I also understand why Jack Black has taken the stance that he has, because his career has so much to do with children.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So when anybody uses a firearm to get their finger, that's not cool. That's really
you can't but then you look at this country, the history of America. How many presidents the first president of America was shot.
Yeah.
Was he?
No.
Abraham Lincoln, are you talking about, Mum?
No, Abraham Lincoln was the first president.
What was he?
He was like the
He's like-
17th.
Wasn't it Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, he
but
was
there
the
was
first.
there was I think a president before him
Washington
got shot
was-
too.
George Washington was the first.
Wasn't there like no? But yeah, George Washington was the first president, but also in George Washington, in the eyes of the British court, was a felon. The first three presidents, because they were treason. You know, they committed treason to have independence from Britain. They were felons.
But can we go back to Jack Black a minute?
Sure.
I think that Jack should have not
Cancel his tour.
cancelled.
No.
Go do your thing. People love you too. Go out, do what you do best.
Yes.
And just
I
like,
do
hey,
agree. Like,
we all
fucking-
make mistakes.
We all say stupid
Yeah.
things.
I do it every
You
day.
I mean,
Same.
Jack Black's going to go up there. What we already heard of there was somebody likes Trump and goes, yeah, okay, you fucking do that. Bang, bang, bang. What happened to Dimebag?
Yeah.
I know.
I
You're going
want
to piss somebody off somewhere.
We're going to wrap this podcast up right now, but I want you guys to... I don't know if you've seen this guy. He's been flying around TikTok with his Trump impression. It's fucking spectacular. Check this out. Hold on.
You can take my ears, but you cannot take my liberty. They want to cut off my ears like the Taliban, but what they don't know is my ears can grow back, like SpongeBob through budding, by the way.
All right, well, we're going to wrap this podcast up.
Oh,
Kelly, do you want to send us out? We'll talk about some happier things in the next one.
I mean, something gay, something sparkly, something fabulous.
We have a promo code available to use at Osborne Media House. It is Osbournes 25. You get 25% off your first month. There's the first full season of the Osbournes up there. We've got episodes of the Basement Tapes, Madhouse Chronicles get dropped there first. So yeah, go sign up and enjoy it.
Join the family.
yeah.
Discover exclusive content, merchandise, and more at osbornemediahouse.com.